Good evening and welcome inside or to Jackson High School for tonight's Federal League matchup between the visiting Glenoak Golden Eagles and your Jackson Polar Bears. It is the home opener for your 2021 Jackson Polar Bear varsity baseball team. And it's been a long-awaited one after the cancellation of the 2020 season due to the COVID-19 pandemic going on. Just wonderful to have baseball back.
Mitch, what's up?
Hey, are you doing? Is someone doing scoreboard?
I mean, I'll be on the field recording.
I know. James, come up there. You guys show him how to do it.
Yeah, sure.
Just show him and then
Yeah.
do what you gotta do.
As we get this game started off, we'll go through the starting lineups, the coaches for both teams. First things first, though, welcome in. I will be your play-by-play host for this spring season for the Jackson Polar Bears, Mitch Balla, 2016 alumni of the baseball program. But enough about me, and now to the baseball. The first pitch of the Federal League matchup between these two teams is hit to shortstop. And the starting shortstop for Jackson, Calvin Casper, puts him away. On the mound for the Polar Bears is senior Nate Plack. Jackson comes into tonight's matchup with an 0-run record after dropping the opener to St. Ignatius this past Saturday. Glenoak comes in with a 1-1 record, neither team with a win or loss in Federal League play. Sam Suba, the center fielder and junior for Glenoak, was retired on the first pitch. The second pitch of the game from Plack is in there for a strike. Batting now for Glenoak is going to be the first baseman, senior Charlie Needy. The 0-1. Ball in the dirt, 1-1 count. A lot of new faces in new places for the Polar Bears as this season gets underway. Plack comes set, Needy awaiting the 1-1. The pitch, swung on, chase the high cheddar. 1-2 count now. On deck for the Golden Eagles will be Chris Woods, the senior third baseman. But first, let's see if Plack can send Needing down here with a 1-2 count. The pitch. Fouled back off to the right side, out of play. One big storyline to look for tonight for the Polar Bears. Can they keep the streak going? The 1-2 foul, or popped up, got room, the right fielder for Jackson. McCullum puts it away, 2 down. What streak am I referencing? Well, the Federal League win streak for the Polar Bears. Last season canceled, Jackson still coming into this season on a 54 consecutive winning streak when it comes to Federal League games. Their last loss back in 2015 when the Polar Bears dropped a game to the Lake Blue Streak. Since then, the Polar Bears have been unblemished in Federal League play. And that first pitch from Plack to Chris Woods is a hit by pitch right in the head. So the Golden Eagles get a runner aboard here in the top of the first with 2 down. And now stepping to the plate will be the left-handed hitter, Luke Sefton, the right fielder sophomore for the Golden Eagles. Let's see what Glenoak does here on the base pass for the first time tonight. 2 out, your 4-hitter up. Big hole on the right side. Plack throws over to first. Needing back in there safely. Or Woods, excuse me. Plack comes set, delivers. Ball on the outside, 1-0 count now. Plack, the senior right-hander for the Polar Bears. Comes set, pitch, and it is a strike on the outside corner, bringing the count to 1-1. Plack missing last year, as did everybody, so you have to wonder what type of nerves and jitters he's feeling as he takes the mound here tonight after missing an entire season of play. The senior right-hander set. And the pitch. Fastball down in, or down out. Called for a strike, 1-2 count now. We'll see if Plack can put him away and get the Polar Bears in the dugout. Here in the bottom of the first. Woods leading off first. He's on the move. The 1-2 is fouled back, out of play. For a lot of these Polar Bears and a lot of these Golden Eagles, this is the first taste of varsity action they'll be getting, and Federal League action. Glenoak looking to end this streak for the Polar Bears. Polar Bears, led by head coach Bill Gamble, have other things in mind here tonight. Plax 1-2. Swung on and missed. Set him down. And after one, no runs, no hits, one man on base. And we head to the bottom of the first. Leading off for the Polar Bears here in the bottom of the first inning will be the shortstop, Calvin Casper. He'll be followed then by second baseman, Jack Faflick. And then we'll see the center fielder, Johnny Coolidge here. On the mound now for the Golden Eagles is J.T. Cook, the senior, and his first pitch is up and high. Ball one. The 1-0 from Cook. Fouled back there by Casper. Casper, the junior, starting shortstop tonight for the home opener for the Polar Bears. Looks for a pitch he can handle here to get the leadoff man aboard for the Bears. Swing and a miss on an off-speed there from Cook. 1-2 count, and he'll look to battle now. And the 1-2, down low, check his swing to first, did not go around, Blue says. 2-2 count now to Casper. Looking to get on any way he can. The 2-2, off speed out. And that'll make it a full count as Casper tries to win the at-bat now and get that leadoff man aboard for the Polar Bears, which is what Coach Gamble and his staff wants from his team. Put the pressure on the defense, and we know from years past they like to play small ball. We'll see if that trend continues now in the 2021 season. The 3-2 pitch is hit into the right center gap. That ball's going to be down. Casper's going for extra bases as it rolls to the wall. Casper on his way to second, being waved to third. throws short to the cutoff man, and Casper is upstanding for a leadoff triple in the bottom of the first for the Polar Bears. One heck of a way to start the home opener in the bottom half of the first inning. Runner already in scoring position, which is what you love to see. And now stepping to the plate is going to be junior Jack Faflick, the starting second baseman tonight. The right-handed hitter steps in now versus the right-handed pitcher, JT Cook. The pitch. High and out, ball one. Corners seem to be even with the bag, middle infield back. Anything right at the corners, have to see if Casper will be on the move. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. 1-1 now to Faflick. Cook comes set. Faflick awaits the 1-1 offering. Ball outside, 2-1 now. Coolidge, the one returning player from Jackson that has any varsity experience and Federal League experience, awaits on deck as Faflick awaits the 2-1. Swung on to right, and it's down. Faflick delivers, and the Polar Bears strike first and lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Great job there by Jack Faflick. And now we'll see what Coach Gamble and his staff have up their sleeves since the Polar Bears have a runner on first, nobody out. And Johnny Coolidge at the plate now, the left-hander. Pitcher comes set, too quick though, and that's a balk called immediately by the field umpire. Faflick moves to second. And now the Polar Bears try to extend this lead early and keep everything moving. Pitch was no good there due to the balk. So the first pitch of the at-bat hits Coolidge. And some confusion. There it is. Faflick will be told to go back to second. Coolidge goes to first. Nobody out. Men in first and second. A run already across here for Jackson. And now stepping to the plate, the designated hitter, Alec Snyder, the sophomore, looking to do damage. Nobody out, bottom of the first, 1-0 Jackson. They got a runner, or they got Faflick caught in a rundown now as he tries to escape, dives back to second, and he's out. Cook with a solid fake. Great pickoff move back to second. Got Faflick caught in no man's land, and he is retired for out number one. One out now. Coolidge still at first. Snyder the batter. Here's Cook's delivery. Not before Snyder calls timeout, though, in the box. Owning the box like the cleanup hitter should. Coolidge decent lead at first. Has good speed. The pitch. Delayed steal. There goes Coolidge, and he's there. Well executed delayed steal by the senior. Didn't even hear a word out of any of the Glenoak fielders as Coolidge took off, and Jackson has another runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the first. Coach Gamble, his staff, and the rest of the team looking for Snyder to do his job here and at least advance Coolidge to third. The 1-0. Up and in. 2-0 now on Snyder. On deck then is the catcher, Garrett Wright. Snyder looking for a pitch to hit here on the 2-0 count. Foul down the line. Give him his first strike of the at-bat. And a 2-1 count now on Snyder. Cook looking to get back into this at-bat. And if anything, retire him to a point where the runner does not advance to third and can score on a pass ball. Second and short, trying to keep Coolidge close. Outfield normal depth. And Cook steps off as Coolidge was trying to get in his head. The wind and the pitch. Snyder hits it to third. Botched there by the third baseman. Coolidge going to try to advance. And he'll be in there. That'll be an error assessed to the third baseman, Chris Woods, as Snyder reaches on the air. Coolidge advancing on the misplay there. And we have Polar Bears at the corners with one out and Wright at the plate. Garrett Wright, the younger brother of former Jackson alum and baseball player, current Toledo Rocket, Trey Wright, supporting the same number as his brother did as his time as a Polar Bear. Looking to see if he can come through here and add on to the lead. First pitch, high and in. Catcher tries to bluff to see if he can get Snyder to go to second. To no avail, though. The 1-0. Right, fouls it back off the catcher, bringing the count to 1-1. If you're Glenoak here, you're looking to get a double play. However, Wright is fast. But if you're the Golden Eagles and can tight rope out of this inning, a huge momentum swing. If you're Jackson, you're looking to extend this lead early, give Plack a little bit of room to work, and hopefully add on into later innings. The 1-1. Move to third, now throw to first. They got Snyder in a rundown. Coolidge breaks for home, and they're going to let him score. Snyder still in the rundown. If anything, Snyder has done his job as Coolidge advances in. Snyder tagged out, but the Polar Bears add a run. Snyder was on first movement there from Cook. Nevertheless, as the dugout is pumped for Snyder, the designated hitter, the Bears tack on one more, and now we'll see if Wright can get things going with 2 outs. The 1-1. Curveball at the knees, called a strike. 1-2 count now on Garrett Wright. Brett Blonner awaiting on deck, hoping to get a chance here this inning. And then Wright calls time to control that box. The wind from Cook. The pitch. Off speed in the dirt. 2-2 now. 2s all around here in the bottom of the first. The pitch. Outside, Wright has worked the count full and is looking to win the at-bat with a base hit or a walk here. The Bears are making Cook work here in the first inning. The 3-2 delivery. Fastball swung on and missed, and Wright is retired. After one, a couple hits, some great base running, and capitalizing on a miscue. Jackson leads it 2-0 as we head to the second. And welcome back here as we start the top of the second. Leading off for the Golden Eagles will be the pitcher J.T. Cook. And the first pitch from Plack in the top of the second is a ball in the dirt. Looking back at the Glenoak Golden Eagles, back to 2019, they boasted a 15-11 record. And with the lost year, a lot of question marks for the Eagles. According to head coach Ray Frisbee, two strengths that he saw was the team speed and defense. And we'll look to see if the Eagles use that speed on the base pass once aboard and how Jackson will respond defensively. The 1-1 from Plack. Off speed low below the knees, 2-1 now. The 2-1. Fouled off, 2-2 now on the senior J.T. Cook. Cook, the pitcher, hitting for himself tonight and will remain in the game as he's listed as the pitcher and DH if he exits from pitching tonight. Two-two, fouled off again and fielded beautifully there by Eagles head coach Ray Frisbee. Two-two, grounded to Calvin. Casper, throw to first, and the leadoff hitter is retired. One away here for the Polar Bears in the top of the second. They already lead it 2-0, and stepping to the plate now is going to be the senior second baseman, J.J. Mucci. Plack's first pitch. Swung on and missed as Mucci chased the high cheddar. Plack wind delivers off speed down low. When talking with head coach Frisbee about what to expect this year, in a year that a lot of coaches have a lot of questions after missing the 2020 season, as Plack delivers the 1-1, swung on a miss. Coach said there will be many new faces in our lineup, and a lot of young players will have plenty of opportunities as they look to rebuild after losing a senior class with 14 players from last year. The 1-2 from Plack, foul tipped, caught, and hung on to by Wright, and Mucci is retired. 2 down here in the top of the second. And going back to what Coach Frisbee said, 14 seniors from last year, you lose that link in the chain, so to say, as Coach Gamble has said all year, of players to show the younger ones how everything works from practice to games. It'll be a learning experience for almost everyone as Plack's first pitch is hit, and White cannot come up with it at third. Tough play there for the third baseman. And Dylan Patterson will reach to keep the top of the second alive for the Golden Eagles. Stepping to the plate now is going to be the 8-hitter, number 9, Tristan Mengu, the catcher. Mengu only a junior. Don't have enough to go back to see if he was on varsity as a sophomore. The 8-hitter awaits the first pitch, and it's in there. First pitch strike from Plack. And so far in 2 innings, Plack has really been getting ahead of these hitters. First pitch strike, something assistant coach and pitching coach Dan Rodriguez preaches. Plack, throw almost gets away from him. But Fight comes down with it. The 0-1, runner on the move. Wright's throw down. Gets past second baseman. Coolidge there to back it up. And he's in there with the steal, and we have time as Patterson is down. And we'll step away. Welcome back here to Jackson. Patterson was able to get on his own feet and leave the field under his own power after taking what appeared to be an awkward slide into second base on the turf. But he has left the game for the time being. In now for Patterson to run will be junior outfielder Alec Moran. 0-2 count on the batter here. That Mengu. Black trying to put him away. 2 outs. The pitch. Ball just a tad outside. Runs the count to 1-2. Black trying to send down the junior catcher for the Eagles. The pitch. Off speed, just a tad inside. Some fielders for the Polar Bears started to make their way toward the dugout. A little too soon, though. 2s all around. Runner on second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the top of the second. 2-2 fouled off as Mengu stays alive, trying to battle here and seeing if the Eagles can push across a run to answer to Jackson's 2 that was scored in the bottom of the first. Black's 2-2 swung on him, missed in the dirt. And Jackson escapes any threat the Golden Eagles had there in the top of the second. We head into the second where the Polar Bears look to add on to their 2-0 lead. Back here at the bottom of the second. Blonner stepping to the plate for the Polar Bears. First pitch, hit to third. The throw over, and Blonner is retired on the first pitch there. Woods fielded that one cleanly and rocketed it over to first to retire Blonner. 1 pitch, 1 out now, and that'll help Cook as he had quite a lengthy first inning. Long counts. And he needs a quick one here if he's going to go deep for the Golden Eagles. His first pitch there to McCullum is down low, ball 1. Ben McCullum, the right fielder tonight for the Polar Bears, right-handed hitter, wearing number 24, awaits the 1-0. The 1-0 is outside, down low, ball 2. Cook, the senior right-hander, set, and into the windup he goes. The 2-0. Strike at the knees. 2-1 count now to McCollum. McCollum, a junior. getting his first taste of varsity action. The 2-1, same spot as the last pitch, and it's now a 2-2 count. Cook looking to come all the way back from up 2-0 and retire McCullum. Travis Fight, the first baseman, waits on deck. The 2-2. Off speed up high, full count now to McCullum. You have to imagine this is what Coach Frisbee and his staff for Glenoak don't want. After that lengthy first inning for Cook, they need a quick one to keep his pitch count under control here early in the season. And the 3-2 offering, fastball down low. And the Bears have a runner aboard. Ben McCullum drawing the one-out walk. And now first baseman Travis Fight stepping to the plate as the Bears look to add on to their 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. McCullum, decent lead at first. Cook set. First pitch, swung on in the air to center. A Golden Eagle under it and retired. Suba was there. And McCullum retreats back to first. 2 outs now. And stepping to the plate will be the third baseman, number 28, Shea White. See if the Polar Bears can get it going here with 2 outs. Already up 2-0. Before they turn it over to the top of the lineup with Calvin Casper awaiting on deck. Cook set. McCullum, decent lead at first. And time called there by White. Boy, early in the season, Jackson hitters already owning the batter's box and making it on their time. Pretty poised for a young Polar Bear team. And there's another balk by Cook as he did not come set yet again. That is already the second here in as many innings. And McCullum goes down to second. The pitch was no pitch because of the balk. And now we see if Shea White can get a clutch 2-out hit here to extend this Jackson lead. McCullum leads off second. The first pitch to White, fouled. It'll make it 0-1. We talked about it, in the top half of the second. Glenoak losing 14 seniors that didn't get to play last year because of COVID. You have to wonder if Cook had any or has any varsity experience on the mound. And if this is his first start, never an easy one, no matter who you're playing in the Federal League on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Fake pickoff attempt back to second. McCullum was going nowhere and was not fooled. White down in the count, 0-1. McCullum, smaller lead at second, and the pitch. White hits it down left field line, but the left fielder there for the Golden Eagles as Patterson retires it. And after 2, Jackson leads this 2-0. Back here at Jackson High School for the top of the third inning, where it'll be the 9 hitter for the Eagles leading off, and then back to the top of the order. Alex Laird, the sophomore shortstop for Coach Frisbee, leading off here in the top of the third against senior Nate Black. First pitch in there for a strike. Yet another batter Plaque gets ahead of here. Something the Polar Bears could not do this past Saturday at St. Ignatius as they dropped their season opener. Quite the turnaround here as they play their home opener just 3 days later. The 0-1 was low, bringing the count to 1-1 on the sophomore Alex Laird. Plaque delivers. And that ball is hit up the middle by Laird and into center field. The Golden Eagles have their leadoff man aboard here in the top of the third as the lineup turns back to the top of the order. And now Sam Suba, the junior center fielder, one of the top prospects in Ohio according to PBR Ohio, steps in looking to get the Eagles back in this ball game as Plaque throws to first, runner back in safely. Suba swung at the first pitch he saw of the game and grounded out to Calvin Casper at short. Have to wonder if he'll be taking a couple pitches here or if he's aggressive at the plate. First pitch in there, outside corner for a called strike. Plaque steps off. Laird had quite a big lead over there at first. Have to wonder if they're going to test Garrett Wright behind the plate. Only a sophomore, but he would not be back there unless he's capable of gunning down runners, as most Jackson catchers have been able to do over the years. White in, expecting the bunt. Suba pulls it back, and that's a ball. 1-1 count now on Suba. Got him leaning. Oh, and the tag just late there from Fight. Looked like Laird got that right hand in there just in time, but Plaque did catch him leaning. Have to wonder if he'll be on the move here if Plaque throws over again. Laird, another big lead. Does not go as Suba fouls that ball off, bringing the count to 1-2. Got him leaning again. However, Laird back in there safely. You can tell the sophomore shortstop is itching to go over there. See what kind of confidence Coach Frisbee has in his leadoff man in Suba to see if there's a hit and run. And that throw over gets away from Fight, and it rolls to the fence. And he'll run it in now. An unforced error there by the Polar Bears allows Laird to move into scoring position here with no outs. And Sam Suba now looking to just do a job and perhaps get that ball to the right side and advance him to third. Glenoak looking to answer here in the top of the third of what is the first Federal League matchup for either side. The 1-2 down the left field line, foul, and they'll let that one go. Suba battling here against Plaque. Plaque comes set. The 1-2. High. No offer there from Suba. 2-2 count now on the leadoff hitter and center fielder for Glenoak. This is really the most we've seen Plaque have to throw so far, as he's retired Glenoak pretty easily through the first two. 2-2 offering foul back out of play as we have a battle between Plaque and Suba. The 2-2 from Plaque. High and outside, and Suba has worked the count full now as he looks to get on base for Glenoak and put more pressure on this young Jackson team. Casper holding that runner close to second. And that's ball 4 for Plack, as the first 2 have now reached for Glenoak. We'll see what head coach Ray Frisbee wants here. With nobody out, the first 2 aboard here in the top of the third as they trail Jackson 2-0. The number 2 hitter, Charlie Needing, the first baseman, steps to the box. Shea White, the third baseman for Jackson, on the cut of the green turf. Squares around, fouls back the bunt attempt. That was a ball all the way as Coach Frisbee tells Needing to pull it back. If any more contact would have been made on that bunt attempt, you'd have to imagine that was a pop-up and an out waiting to happen had Jackson been able to get under it. Nevertheless, it's 0-1 now. Plack delivers, squares around again, bunts it. Back to Plack. Plack will throw to first. And a great job there by Flaflick to pick that ball out of the dirt and save what would have been 2 runs and another runner advancing here in the top of the third. Needing does a job. Golden Eagles in scoring position with 1 down now as Chris Woods, the senior third baseman, steps to the plate looking to get a base knock and potentially tie this game. Suba has great speed at second. First offering from Plack, down low, ball 1. We saw Jackson capitalize on the pressure they put on Glenoak in the first. We'll see how the Jackson fielders respond here, and Nate Plack as well. Definitely the most Plack has had to work so far in tonight's contest. And it was apparent and obvious to the Jackson dugout as assistant coach and head pitching coach Dan Rodriguez heads out to the mound to talk to Plack, as Woods has got the count to 2-0 here with the cleanup hitter and sophomore Luke Senfton waiting on deck. Mound visit over. Now we'll see what Plack does here after talking with Coach Rodriguez and what the infielders want. Infielders back, Shea White on the cut of the green turf. Looks like the Polar Bears will trade a run for and out. The 2-0. Swung on, hit to right. Looks like it's going to be trouble, and it's down on the track. Woods delivers. He's heading for third, and he puts on the brakes. Great throw there by the relay men, Faflick. But Glenoak has tied this game up here in the top of the third with a booming double from senior Chris Woods, as he trades places with Suba. Glenoak ties this game, and now the cleanup hitter, Sempton, stands into the box looking to give Glenoak their first lead of the evening. Plack's first pitch is fouled off by Senefton. Big spot for the sophomore here. And what would you would imagine his first Federal League game. Next pitch down low at the knees, fastball in there for a strike. 0-2 now. And the 0-2 tap back into no man's land. Fight misses it, misplays it, and it gets to the grass, and Glenoak is going to capitalize on the Jackson miscue. And just like that, Glenoak has responded here in the top of the third with 3 already. And only 1 down. Another unforced error by the Polar Bears. And now JT Cook, the pitcher, steps into the box looking to help himself out and help his own cause. A rocky first inning for him. He's settled down in the mound. Now we'll see what he does in the box. The first pitch from Plack. Low and outside, ball 1. Still only one down here in the top of the third. Here's Plack's delivery. Ball hit in between third and short into left field. And Glenoak is starting to come around on Nate Plack. Cook helps himself out on the single to left. 2 on, 1 out. 3 runs already across here for Glenoak. And now here is the senior second baseman, J.J. Mucci. Plack, first pitch. Tap back. Calvin fires to first. And Mucci beats it out. That was the only play Casper had at shortstop as it took a high bounce off that turf. And now Glenoak has the bases loaded, 1 out, and looking to expand on their 1-run lead here. Platt comes set, bases loaded now. First pitch down low. And hitting now instead of Patterson, who left in that second inning from an apparent injury, is going to be Alex Moran, the junior. His first at bat of the day. Takes a strike, 1-1 count now. Boy, if the Polar Bears can escape this, momentum swings back in their favor, you'd think. No easy task, though, against this young Glenoak team. Plax 1-1. Down and inside, 2-1 now on Moran. Black comes set and the 2-1. In there, hit down the left field line. Runner tagging. Here's the throw. And he's in there. Blonner made a great read and left. Made a great throw, cut off by Shea White, but ultimately not in time as Glenoak pushes another run across here in the top of the third. Makes it a 4-2 lead. And now 2 outs. Alec Moran coming off the bench for injured Dylan Patterson and contributing in his first at bat here in the third. And now here's Tristan Mengu, the junior catcher. Takes the first pitch strike down the middle. 0-1. Plack trying to tightrope his way out of this one. 0-1. Same pitch. And it's 0-2. Way up in the count here for Black. Can't imagine there'll be anything to hit here for Mengu. See if he chases. And he went back to the same pitch as the first 2. Damage done, though, by Glenoak as they have retaken the lead after scoring 4 in the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the third. Jackson coming to bat. Back here at Jackson High School in the bottom of the third, after Glenoak has scored 4 in the top of the third, and the Bears now find themselves trailing 4-2. Top of the lineup, though, for Jackson, Calvin Casper, Jack Faflick, and Johnny Coolidge, the hitters here in the bottom of the third, as the Polar Bears look to answer the 4 the Eagles pushed across there. Cook still on the mound for Glenoak. His first pitch. Hit down the right field line by Casper. And the right fielder puts it away on the foul line. 1 pitch, 1 out, and Casper is retired. And now we'll see what Jack Faflick can do. 1 pitch, 1 out already for Cook. Got off to a shaky start and has really calmed down here since that first inning. First pitch, ball in the dirt to Faflick. Senior right-hander comes set. Here's his 1-0. Tapper back by Faflick, fielded there by Laird. Throw over to first, can't be dug out by the first baseman, Needing. And Jackson gets a runner on there and perhaps can break J.T. Cook out of that rhythm he was in on the mound. And here's Johnny Coolidge. Was hit by pitch his first at bat in that first inning. Faflick at first. Cook now back out of the stretch, and Coolidge looking to do damage. Cook steps off and throws a rainbow over to first. Faflick could have crawled back, and he would have been in there. The pitch. And Coolidge fouls it right off his foot. Had a pitch to hit there. Faflick was not going anywhere. Coach Ross Vukovic, third base coach, calls down to Johnny. Make sure he's okay. He stands back in that box, down 0-1. And Cook fires over to first. Faflick back in there safely. Polar Bears trying to answer and search for their 55th consecutive Federal League win. Cook came set pretty quick. Already has 2 balks in this game already. And that was pretty darn close there as well, as coaches from the Jackson dugout bark out once again. Cook comes set. Long pause this time. Looks at Faflick. And Coolidge calls time. Owning that box like the hitters have all night when it comes to on their time. Now we'll have to see if the Polar Bears can own the pitches coming in and get back in this ball game as they trail by 2. Cook's pitch high and outside. 2-1 to Coolidge. Throwback to first, almost gets away. Great snag there by Needing, the first baseman. Cook almost let that ball sail from him. Bears could use a big hit here from Coolidge. Ball down low, 3-1 now. Alec Snyder waits on deck for Jackson, the cleanup hitter, DH tonight. You have to imagine Coolidge will have something to hit. Cook throws it back over to first. Faflick not leaning, but a quick move. Almost got him, however, in there safely. Wind blowing out to right. Coolidge, the left-hander, looking to get into one here. And that pitch is inside. And Johnny Coolidge draws a 1-out walk as Jack Faflick advances to second. And now we'll see what Alex Snyder can do. 1 out. Polar Bears at first and second, and your designated hitter at the plate. Drove in a run his first at bat, as the Bears capitalized on that first inning error there by Woods, the third baseman of Glenoak. Faflick, decent lead at second. And Snyder calls time once again. These Polar Bears are not letting him waste any time on the mound. Snyder looking to put one in the gap, or at least just advance these runners here. The first pitch. Lined up the middle and into center. Here comes Faflick around third. Coolidge on his way to third. And Alex Snyder comes through for the Polar Bears as they have responded here in the bottom of the third. A one-out single for Snyder, as the Bears now trail 4-3 and Johnny Coolidge advanced to third. And now we'll see if Garrett Wright can keep it moving. Mengu gives a sign, first and third now. We've seen Cook already do it tonight. In fact, it was this same scenario last time when Snyder was on first. Did a fake to third, caught Snyder in a rundown. However, it got Coolidge across the plate to score. Shows bunt, and Wright fouls that bunt back. Snyder was on the move there. The big man in DH getting the rare steal sign. And with that foul bunt attempt, it's 0-1 on Wright. Wright, the sophomore, looking to tie this game up here if possible. Here's the fake to third. Snyder read that all the way. It wasn't even a step off of first base. Polar Bears sniffed that one out right away. Cook comes set on the mound. And here's the 0-1. Wright chases the high fastball. And he's down 0-2. Brett Blonner waits on deck. The senior outfielder. Well, let's see if Garrett Wright can get it done first for the Polar Bears. Cook fakes to third. Polar Bears weren't falling for it again. Cook set. And here comes his 0-2. Wright takes it outside. Great eye there and great plate discipline to lay off that pitch. Worked the count to 1-2. And now we have time here. Not sure what's going on. No, it appears he had licked his fingers, and as everyone knows, we are in a pandemic that seems to be at the end of the coming to an end. However, because he did that and the ball is touched by different players, field umpire called timeout. He had to go put Purell on. So now we'll try to get the 1-2 pitch from Cook to Wright. Cook comes set, and here is the pitch. Wright takes it high and outside again, working the count to 2-2. From 0-2 to 2-2. We'll see if the sophomore catcher can deliver. Snyder takes off, and they let him go. No throw. Snyder advances to second. And Garrett Wright now trying to win the at-bat. A base knock here will tie things up, potentially give the Bears the lead right back. But from 0-2 to 3-2 now, and two Polar Bears in scoring position. We'll see if the sophomore can deliver here. The 3-2. Wright smokes it into left field, base hit. Snyder will be stopped at third, but the sophomore catcher, Garrett Wright, does what his older brother Trey Wright did so often, coming up clutch. And Jackson has tied this game at 4 here in the bottom of the third. all tied up here now in the third. And senior Brett Blonner steps to the plate, with the Bears having runners at first and third. We know Wright has good speed. Interesting to see if he'll be on the move here. And if Cook does his usual third to first move, throw over to first, Wright no more than 2 steps off the base, back in there safely. Action in that Glenoak bullpen as a right-hander is up for the first time. Cook struggled in the first, breezed through the second, and now back to working hard here in the third. And Blonner calls timeout in the box now. These Polar Bears are controlling the batter's box. Snyder at third, Wright at first, Blonner the batter, and here's Cook. Coming set. First pitch. Blonner bunts it in the air, caught by Cook, throw to first, and they will double up the Bears to get out of here. Couple hits, 2 runs, and we are tied as we head to the fourth. 4-4. Brand new ball game here at Jackson as we are in the top of the 4th inning. Senior Nate Plack still on the mound for Jackson. And taking ball 1 for Glenoak is going to be the number 9 hitter, sophomore shortstop Alex Laird. We had a pitching change in between innings. Entering the game for the Polar Bears on the mound now is Caden Goodwin, the junior right-handed pitcher. So Plack exits after 3 innings, 4 runs, 2 of which were earned. And Goodwin, that pitch down low, according to the home plate umpire. Now a 3-1 count to Laird, the batter, with Suba, the leadoff hitter for Glenoak, awaiting on deck. 3-1. Goodwin hit the center. Johnny Coolidge is there, though, with a phenomenal diving catch to retire the leadoff hitter. Got a great jump and read on that ball. And there's a reason he's one of the best center fielders coming into this season throughout the state of Ohio. Leadoff man is retired there for Goodwin. And now the lineup turns over to the top. Sam Suba, the center fielder. First pitch swinging yet again, grounds it to second. Faflick throws over to first, and Suba's retired. And now here's Charlie Needing, the senior first baseman. 2 quick outs for the Golden Eagles, and a great job so far by Caden Goodwin. Junior right-hander comes set, goes into the windup, and here's the first pitch. Outside, ball 1. Goodwin winds, delivers. Ball, shot, third baseman. There's Shea White. Shea White, throw to first. Got him, and Caden Goodwin comes in and works a 1-2-3 fourth inning. And the Polar Bears come to bat here in the bottom of the 4th, looking to retake the lead. Back here at Jackson on a beautiful Tuesday night. Bottom of the 4th now. Ben McCollum leading off for the Polar Bears as we are knotted at 4 in the 4th. Jackson looking to extend that Federal League winning streak to 55 if they can come away with a win here tonight. Trying to remain unblemished over the past 4+ years in the regular season. First pitch fouled on the left field line by McCollum. Count goes to 0-1. TJ Cook still out there for Glenoak. We saw some action last inning in that Glenoak bullpen. Have to wonder how long the leash is for the senior right-hander. And yet again, a Polar Bear owning the batter's box, calling time. McCollum awaits the 0-1. Here's the wind and the pitch. Ball outside, down low. 1-1 to Ben McCollum, the right fielder for Jackson. The 1-1. Down low and outside yet again. 2-1 now to McCollum as this Jackson bench and dugout is alive and well yet again after tying things up there in the 3rd. Glenoak stole some momentum as they scored 4 in the top half. Jackson responded, scoring 2 to tie things up at 4. McCollum hits a ball deep, right center, wind blowing out. That's on the track. Or is that out? That's gone. Ben McCollum with an opposite field bomb. And Jackson has retaken the lead here off the solo shot from Ben McCollum. From up here in the press box, it was hard to tell if that was a ground rule double, but signal was home run, and the reaction from the Glenoak outfielders screams home run. Jackson retakes the lead here in the bottom of the fourth and now leads 5-4. Here's Travis Fight. He puts one in the air. Left field this time. Here comes the left fielder. Loses it. Center fielder botches it onto the track. And Fight, double out of the box, advances to second on the miscue. I'm not sure what Dylan Patterson lost that ball in because there is no sun and the lights are not on. Sam Suba, valiant effort over there, ultimately just could not make the play. Travis Fight now at second, pinch runner in for the Polar Bears now, as here's Shea White. Nobody out, runner at second, a run already across here in the top of the fourth via a McCollum solo shot. And pinch running now for Fight will be the junior outfielder Kellen Harkness. Here's the offering. White squares the bunt. Nobody's at first, and White does a job and advances, and nobody's at second. White's going to try to advance to second, and he takes it. Jackson putting the pressure on the defense, and Glenoak is melting all of a sudden. Jackson doing what it's done best over the past 7-8 years now under head coach Bill Gamble, and that is putting pressure on the defense, and you see teams crack. And for a young team like this Glenoak Golden Eagle team, that is what is happening all of a sudden. Nobody out, top of the lineup. Here's Casper. And runners at second and third as there is a time by Coach Frisbee. And we'll see if that is the end of the line for J.T. Cook, the senior right-hander. So from McCollum leading off this fourth inning, with an opposite field home run to center. Maybe a little bit of assist from the wind that's blowing out tonight. Fight capitalizing on the miscue by the Golden Eagles. And now Shea White doing a job trying to advance the runner on a bunt with nobody covering at first. And then take second after the confusion and nobody at second base. Frisbee out at the mound still. And the move has been made now. And that will be the end of the line for senior right-hander J.T. Cook. Three-plus innings, nobody retired here in the bottom of the fourth. 2 runners left aboard he will be responsible for. And Glenoak has made a call to the bullpen. And it'll be senior right-hander Shandon Charles on the mound now for the Golden Eagles. A submarine-type pitcher. If you are watching and can see that live, you are seeing that correctly. Now, Cook will stay in the game for the Golden Eagles as he was marked as the pitcher DH. So he will still resume that 5-hole in the lineup unless something changes for Coach Frisbee and Glenoak. Jackson really looking to blow this open here in the bottom of the fourth, as they have been down 2 and have responded by tying it up in the third and now adding on to the fourth, and look to push at least 2 more across as nobody out and runners in scoring position. Casper will be the batter. And we'll see if Charles can tightrope him and his team out of this fourth inning without any more damage. Going to be a tough task as Jackson has turned the lineup over to the top. And we'll see what Coach Gamble and his staff have up their sleeves if they're going to apply more pressure on defense. Team that often plays small ball in Jackson. Started to crack the Golden Eagles here so far. The first offering. Ball inside to Casper. Definitely a speed difference between Cook and now Charles, the submarine pitcher. Casper couldn't tell if he wanted it or not. Called a strike, though. And now 1-1. Glenoak infielders are even with the bag, not in. Hoping to look that runner back to third and retire Casper should he put it in play to the infield. The 1-1 inside, called a strike though. 1-2 now to Casper. Nobody holding White at second. Nobody holding Harkness at third. And Casper watches that one go by for strike 3 called. And Charles comes in and retires the first batter he faces. Jack Faflick now the batter, the second baseman. Looking to bring in more as Jackson has already pushed across one via Ben McCollum home run here in the bottom of the fourth. The first pitch. In there for a called strike. Between the speed difference and then also the delivery difference from Cook to Charles now, Polar Bear hitters not confused. Faflick squares around to bunt, lays it down the first base line, and it will roll foul. Great idea there as Bears are trying to push one more across. We'll see what kind of faith Coach Gamble has in Faflick. If you have him square around here with 2 strikes, or let him battle his way back into this at bat. Golden Eagles infield still even with the base for the most part. First baseman looks to be back. Charles comes set up 0-2 on Faflick. Here's the 0-2. Faflick watches it go by, and that's 2 hitters in a row now sent down looking. We'll see if senior Johnny Kulich can get the clutch and back-breaking 2-out hit here for Jackson. The left-handed hitter now will face Charles the Submariner. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. Would hate to leave these runners out there if you're Jackson. Kulich thought about it, held back, called a strike at the knees though. 1-1 now to the senior center fielder. Shandon Charles trying to get out of this with no damage. The 1-1. Kulich thought about it, held. Appeal to the field umpire. He did not go around. Kulich up in the count now, 2-1. The 2-1. Kulich swings in the air, infield. And an acrobatic catch, to say the least, there by Charlie Needing. And Shandon Charles comes in and halts the Polar Bears from adding any more there, as they had 2 on, nobody out, and Charles tight ropes his way out of it against the top of the lineup for Jackson. We head to the 5th. Jackson leading 5-4 via a Ben McCollum solo shot. Back here, top of the fifth now. Goodwin's first pitch. High, ball one there to senior Chris Woods, the third baseman. 3-4-5 due up here in the top of the fifth for Glenoak. Goodwin, ball two. 5-4 is our score. Jackson leads it here in the top of the fifth. The 2-0. Down low inside, ball three. And Goodwin's going to have to battle back here, as Woods has his sights on getting on base to lead off the fifth inning for Glenoak. Shows bunt, pulls it back, pitch in there for a strike. 3-1 count now. And we'll see what Caden Goodwin has. The wind from the right-hander and the pitch. Up high, and he walks the leadoff hitter, Chris Woods. And we'll see what Coach Frisbee has for Glenoak here. It's the 4-hitter. Luke Sempton steps to the plate. The sophomore. Left-handed hitter. Not showing bunt. Hits the ball down the right field line. And a defender cannot get there. McCollum out there. And the wind is blowing strong out to right field. A basic fly ball today will carry, as that one carried almost all the way to the home run fence in foul territory. And what looked like a routine fly ball off the bat. Oh, 1 count now here to Sempton. Ball low, 1-1. No action in either bullpen right now. This looks like it'll be Caden Goodwin's inning, and potentially more, as that ball is hit by Sempton to center, and it gets down. Coolidge fields it. Here comes Woods. Throw into third. And that'll be a single. Advancing to second there is Sempton on the throw in. And the Golden Eagles have their first two aboard here in the top of the fifth. Nobody out as they look to tie things up and perhaps take the lead after Jackson took the lead in the bottom of the fourth. JT Cook still remains in the game now. He will be the designated hitter for the rest of the night for Glenoak. Starting pitcher and hitter. Left and made way to Shandon Charles, the pitcher that came in and got Glenoak out of a tough spot with guys for Jackson at second and third, nobody out. Charles got the next three hitters to limit the score to 1 run that inning for Jackson. Goodwin wasting no time. It is up 0-2 already on Cook. Corners in for the Bears, middle back. Nobody out, 0-2 count on Cook. Here's Goodwin's 0-2, high and outside, didn't chase. And it's a 1-2 count. Caden comes set. The pitch. Cook hits it back to Casper. Casper fields it, throws to first. Cook does a job, though, and Glenoak has tied this game up at 5. As Woods comes across, and Sempton advances to third now with 1 out here in the top of the fifth. Brand new ball game now. Home opener for Jackson. First Federal League matchup for both these squads. And it's a good one. Goodwin comes set. First pitch there to Mucci. High, ball 1. Polar Bear infield is in. Goodwin. Ball down low. Missed by a hair. 2-0 count now. Sempton, the runner at third. Mucci, the hitter. Caden Goodwin, the junior right-hander, the pitcher. Comes set. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Brings the count to 2-1. White at third, Casper at short. Faflick at second. fight at first. The Polar Bear infield, right behind the plate. As they look to cut this run down to the plate. And that ball is swung on, fouled out of play there by Mucci, bringing the count to 2-2 with one out here. Strikeout here would be huge for Jackson and pitcher Caden Goodwin. Goodwin comes set now. The pitch. Down low, great block there by Garrett Wright. And it's a full count to the senior second baseman, J.J. Mucci. The payoff pitch. Swung on him, missed. Goodwin got him. That's a big out there for Jackson. Allows the infield to go back to normal depth. 2 outs here. As Goodwin tries to work out of this and strand Sempton at third. Here's the batter now. First pitch outside. Moran, left-handed hitter. Junior outfielder, looking to give Glenoak the lead. Swings, fouls it out of play down the left field line, bringing the count to 1-1. Goodwin set, the 1-1. Fouled off again, right into that Polar Bear dugout almost. And it's 1-2 now. Alec Moran, the batter. Goodwin, the pitcher. The 1-2. High and outside brings the count to 2-2. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Goodwin gets out, limits the damage to 1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 5-5 with the Polar Bears coming to bat. Back here at Jackson High School. 5-5 ball game in the home opener and Federal League opener between Glenoak and Jackson. These two teams will meet tomorrow at Glenoak. First things first, who is heading into that matchup with a 1-0 Federal League record? Leading off the inning for Jackson, designated hitter Alex Snyder. First pitch pops in the air and retired as the out is made by needing the first baseman. Shandon Charles remains in the game, who came in and got 3 outs on the 3 batters he faced there in the bottom of the 4th, and makes quick work of Snyder here in the bottom of the 5th. Garrett Wright, the hitter now. Jackson trying to figure out this submarine style pitching from Charles. Wright fouls it out of play. Couldn't ask for much more after a year of no high school baseball. A great Federal League matchup to open up the season. Knotted at 5 here as Garrett Wright swings at the 0-1 and misses. 0-2 count now on the 5-hitter. As Brett Blonner waits on deck. Charles 0-2. And Wright swings and misses. Shandon Charles giving the Polar Bears fits at the plate. Action in the Polar Bear bullpen as senior Johnny Coolidge is warming up. Bottom 5, 2 out. Here's Blonner now. First pitch swung on and missed. The 0-1 now from Charles. Blonner takes, called strike 0-2, and Charles trying to make quick work of Polar Bear hitters here in the 5th. Charles shakes off his catcher, and here's the 0-2. Blonner gets a base knock with 2 outs as he waited back for that pitch. And Brent Blonner takes a wide turn, thinks about going to second, and will retreat to first. Made the adjustment there, Blonner did, got up in the box and poked that one into left. And now let's see what a base runner at first does for Shandon Charles. Ben McCollum now the hitter. His last at bat, he hit a solo shot to dead center. Blonner gets a big lead, takes off. Swung on and missed. The throw to second, not in time. Blonner in with a stolen base. And we'll see if McCollum can come up clutch yet again. And perhaps take the lead again for the Polar Bears. 2 outs here, bottom 5. 5-5 ball game. McCollum the hitter. Charles the pitcher. Blonner at second. 0-1 count. And yet Glenoak taking their time on the mound. McCollum owning the box, calls time. And another time called by McCollum. Charles giving all his attention to Blonner at second base. Have to hope he makes a mistake here on the pitch that McCollum could destroy, and McCollum way out in front of that one still. 0-2 count now. Count now on McCollum. Blonner getting deep at second. Hopeful to score on a base knock here. Should McCollum come through. Charles looks at second. Nobody there though. Charles stepping off again. Blonner in his head. And if you're McCollum, you have to hope you get a pitch you can handle here. Or hope Charles is more focused on that runner and makes a mistake on this 0-2 pitch. Now we have time as the middle infielders for Glenoak go to talk to Charles. Blonner getting a sizable lead, but nothing that would indicate he's going to be taken off here with 2 outs trying to steal third. McCollum looking to do damage here. Charles set, the 0-2. Swung on and missed by McCullum. No runs on one hit for the Polar Bears. We head to the 6th, tied at 5. Back here, top of the 6th now at Jackson. 8-9, top of the order for Glenoak against Caden Goodwin, who remains in the game for his 3rd inning of relief. First pitch strike, called at the knees on Mengu, the junior catcher for Glenoak. Next pitch down low, ball. 1-1 count now. No changes made for the Polar Bears yet defensively. Action in the Glenoak bullpen. That pitch swung on, foul tipped. It'll be a 1-2 count now on Tristan Mengu, the catcher. Goodwin up. 1-2 on Mengu. Here's the 1-2. Struck him out looking. Mengu took a fastball down the middle. Leadoff hitter is retired. Now here's the number 9 hitter, the sophomore shortstop Alex Laird, before this lineup gets turned over to leadoff hitter Sam Suba, the junior center fielder. Goodwin winds, delivers. First pitch, he offered. Called a strike on the swing. 0-1 count. The wind, the pitch from the junior right-hander. Fouled back by Laird. 0-2. Way up in the count now is Caden. Hard to believe he'd give Laird anything he can handle here. See if he maybe chases something in the dirt or up high. The 0-2 pitch. Put into play, Tapper. There's Calvin. Throw to first. They got him. First 2 retired here in the top of the 6th. As the lineup turns back over for Glenoak, and junior center fielder Sam Suba will step in. Left-handed hitter, the speedster. As we touched on, according to PBR Ohio, one of the players to watch this year for Glenoak. Goodwin winds the pitch. Down low, ball 1. The wind, the 1-0. Swung on, put in play. Fight gets it. And the flip to Goodwin got him by a step. And Caden Goodwin with 3 stellar innings of relief here at Jackson. We head to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 5. Jackson looking to push one across. Back here at Jackson now is the first pitch there to the number 8 hitter Travis Fight was a ball. Shandon Charles, for Glenoak stays on for his 3rd inning of relief, trying to match Caden Goodwin for Jackson. Only giving a run up in his 3 innings so far, same as Charles. 1-1 now to Fight. Sticks his bat out at it. That could drop, and it will. Suba was playing deep for Glenoak. And that little poke gets the leadoff man aboard for Jackson with Shea White coming to the plate before this lineup turns back over to Calvin Casper. Now we have a stoppage in play here. Some confusion here. Appears the phantom tag rule is what they're talking about. And now we have a time here. Coach Gamble calls out Jake Fisher, junior outfielder, to run here for Travis Fight. Nobody out here. 9 hitter Shea White stepping to the plate. We've seen him square twice already today. And let's see what Coach Gamble has White do again here. Tied at 5, bottom of the 6th. What's at stake for Jackson? 54 consecutive wins in the Federal League at stake. But that does not matter if you talk to Coach Gamble or the staff. They want the first win in Federal League play, as does Glenoak. Home opener for Jackson. Opening Federal League game between both squads. Throw over to first. And Fisher's back in there safely. White did not show bunt on that pickoff attempt. We'll see if he squares around on this first offering. Fisher, decent lead. Has some good speed. White squares, pulls it back. Ball, 1-0 to the third baseman. Throw over to first. Almost got Fisher caught in no man's land, but he retreated. Third baseman Woods in for Glenoak, expecting that bunt from Shea White. Fisher, decent lead at first again. The 1-0. White squares, gets it down. Beautifully executed. And he's called out, but nobody's at third, and Fisher has advanced from first to third on the bunt. The sack bunt from Shea White, and that is a way to do a job. Taking 2 bases there on the sack bunt is Jake Fisher. And now we'll have a pinch hitter here for Calvin Casper. It'll be Logan Lind, the junior. Left-handed hitter. And Coach Frisbee for Glenoak calls the infield in. 1 out. Coach Gamble hoping his junior can strike here to give Jackson the lead in the bottom of the 6th. A ground ball to the right side will not suffice unless it gets through, as the infield is in for Glenoak to cut down this run. Fisher, the pinch runner at third. Lind, the pinch hitter at the plate. Shandon Charles still on for Glenoak. And Lind wasting no time calling time in that box, making it his own. Glenoak pitching all night has taken their jolly good time on the mound. Lind awaits the first offering. Here it is. Ball outside, 1-0. Can the junior deliver here? in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch. Inside, ball 2. Jack Faflick waits on deck. Only one down here after Shea White does a job and gets the sac bunt down. Jake Fisher heads up base running, advancing to third on that sac bunt as no Eagles were home. The 2-0. Lynn takes a strike. 2-1. White has done a job. Can Lynn do his? The 2-1. Inside, 3-1 now to the left-hander. Up 3-1 in the count. You got to like this pitch here if you're Lynn. A walk, not necessarily the worst thing in the world here for Glenoak. The 3-1. Lynn fouls it back. Potentially in play. But dropped. Mengu ran out of room. Pushes the count to 3-2 now. On Lind. Shandon Charles trying to get out of this. 1 out. Full count on the batter. Go ahead run for Jackson 90 feet away. Submariner comes set. The payoff pitch. Outside. Ball 4. Logan Lind advances to first on the base on balls. And here comes Jack Faflick now with runners on the corners. Coach Gamble reinserts Calvin Casper to run, and he will be going back to shortstop. Logan Lind comes off the bench, works the count, and gets Jackson another runner on the base path. Mengu, the catcher, gives out the first third call for Glenoak. Speed on the base paths for Jackson. Fisher at third. Casper, who can run very well, at first. Faflick, the batter for Jackson, has great speed to match the other two. This is the most trouble Shandon Charles has been in since he's entered the game, when it was runners at second and third, nobody out. The first offering, squaring around is Faflick. Fisher in a rundown now. And now Fisher trying to stay in that rundown. The bunt attempt works. However, the run does not score. Jake Fisher was going once that ball was down and got caught by the pitcher. However, at the very least, stayed in a rundown long enough to advance Casper to third and Faflick to second. Now you rely on senior Johnny Coolidge to come through here in the clutch and give the Polar Bears a lead heading into the 7th. 2 out, 2 on, 5-5 ball game here at Jackson. The senior left-hander steps in, but not before Coach Frisbee at Glenoak calls time. We'll see if this is going to be We will see if this is going to be a pitching change, just a nice mound visit. Or does Glenoak intentionally walk Johnny Coolidge to load the bases and have a force out at any base? On deck is Alec Snyder, the designated hitter. Already came through clutch once tonight. We'll have to see what Coach Frisbee has here and if the Eagles will try to pitch around Johnny Coolidge. And there it is. They will intentionally walk Johnny Coolidge and take their chances with the designated hitter, Alex Snyder. Bases loaded for Jackson, bottom 6. 5-5 ball game, 2 outs. And the right-handed power hitter steps to the plate. Casper, Faflick, Coolidge, the runners. for Jackson. Snyder the hitter. The first pitch. Snyder, swing and a miss. Realizes he's way out ahead of that. Ducks on the pond. Glenoak infielders back as they have a force out at any base. Shandon Charles comes set. The 0-1. Ball down low outside it appeared. 1-1 count to Snyder, the designated hitter. Charles set. The 1-1. Snyder hits it in the air. Second baseman calling it and puts it away. Glenoak escapes trouble. Jackson unable to capitalize. We head to the 7th, tied at 5. Tied ball game here as we enter the 7th at Jackson. Federal League opener between Glenoak and Jackson. Caden Goodwin remains in the game for his 4th inning of relief for Jackson. He's done very well. First pitch swung on and fouled off there. By Needing, 32, the first baseman. 0-2. Goodwin up again in the count, like he has been so far tonight, for most of the night. And there's a liner caught by Faflick. And Needing is retired. Now stepping to the plate, the 3-hitter, senior third baseman Chris Woods. Goodwin's pitch. Down low, ball 1 to Woods. Goodwin's pitch just missed apparently. And it's 2-0 now on Woods. Still no action in that pen for Jackson or Glenoak. 2-0, hit in the air, wind blowing out, McCullum out there, makes the catch, and 2 are away for Jackson. Every time that ball goes in the air to right field, you hold your breath. The wind is blowing straight out to right, and it is a pretty big gust. 2 away here in the top of the 7th. Caden Goodwin trying to get the Polar Bears back in. Luke Senfton has other ideas here, trying to get Glenoak going with 2 outs. First pitch outside, ball 1. The wind and the delivery. Ball hit in the air, deep right. McCollum back. McCollum, it's on the ground, no catch. As McCollum and Coolidge collided out there, I don't think either one knew they dropped the ball. Sempton heads up base running, advancing all the way to third. McCollum slow to get up out there. McCollum gives Coach Gamble the thumbs up, but now can the Bears and behind Caden Goodwin get out of this without letting Glenoak take the lead in the top of the 7th? The batter, JT Cook, the senior right-hander. Here's Goodwin. 2 outs. Runner at third, 5-5 ball game, top 7 here. The pitch. First pitch inside, just missed. 1-0 the count. The 1-0. Swung on and missed there by Cook. 1-1 the count. Goodwin winds the delivery. And that got the jersey apparently of JT Cook. And not before Coach Gamble comes out to appeal that the hitter leaned into that to take that hit by pitch. If umpires confirm that, that would be a strike. But let's see if they allow and reward Cook with first base on the hit by pitch. And they call him back. Umpires call back JT Cook, saying he leaned into that pitch or made no attempt to get out of the way. But now the question is it a no pitch or a strike? Still waiting for the count. Both Coach Frisbee and Cook wanting explanation, telling them both he leaned into the pitch. From our vantage point up here in the press box, it sure looked like he did. They will call that a ball. So it is a 2-1 count now on Cook. No strike called. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Strike called, 2-2 now. The 2-2. And now, another. Well, not another, but a hit by pitch now, this time on Cook, but they're not saying he leaned in. So Cook advances on that hit by pitch, which will not be called back. And Coach Dan Rodriguez will head out to the mound to talk things over with his infield and Caden Goodwin. Top of the 7th, 5-5 ball game here at Jackson in the Federal League opener. Runners at first and third for the Golden Eagles. Sempton at third. Cook, the runner, at first. The batter, J.J. Mucci, the senior second baseman. Have to imagine Coach Rodriguez went out there to calm down his pitcher, as both Goodwin and Wright thought Cook leaned into that pitch yet again. Wasn't the call, though. And now, Goodwin will try to retire. J.J. Mucci, the senior second baseman and the 6-hitter in this lineup for Glenoak. Goodwin set the first pitch. Fouled off to the right side. 0-1. Mucci really reaching for that pitch, kind of lunged out, threw the bat at it. See what Goodwin throws here. 0-1, fouled out of play down the right side yet again, and it's now 0-2. Caden Goodwin way up on Mucci. Have to believe he will not give him anything to hit here. Let's see if Mucci can do damage, though. The set. Goodwin steps off. Goodwin steps off, calls out catcher Garrett Wright. See what they want to throw here on 0-2. The pitch. Swung on. Tap back. And that ball just rolls foul. Goodwin and Shea White really putting everything on the line there, hoping that ball rolled foul. And it sure did. If not, Glenoak would have taken the lead and had runners at first and third potentially. And nevertheless, it was just a very long strike. 0-2 still the count. 2 outs. Sempton at third, the runner. Cook, the runner at first. Mucci, the batter. The 0-2. Swung on, hit to right. McCollum's there and puts it away. Jackson coming to bat, trying to walk things off here in the bottom of the 7th. Can Jackson walk it off here to get their first win of the season and first Federal League win of the season and keep that streak marching on? Garrett Wright will lead off things here in the bottom of the 7th. And he takes the first pitch down for a ball. Boy, Shandon Charles has done a magnificent job for Glenoak, and so has Caden Goodwin. Both stellar out of the bullpen tonight for both sides. The 1-0 gets away from the catcher outside. 2-0 now to Garrett Wright. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 here in the 7th. Wright the batter, Blonner on deck, McCollum in the hole. Action in the bullpen for Jackson should this game go past the 7th inning. The 2-0. Wright Hits it up the middle past the catcher, second baseman there. Throw over to first, and Garrett Wright is retired for out number 1. Brett Blonner now the batter for Jackson. The first pitch, Blonner squares, pulls back, ball high, 1-0. Third baseman was playing back there. That's why Blonner showed bunt. Now, Woods, the third baseman, is in. Here's Charles, 1-0. Down low, 2-0. The 2-0. Blonner taking all the way. At the knees, called a strike. 2-1 now. To the left fielder. The 2-1 now. Outside ball 3. If you're Brett Blonner here, you expect a pitch to hit. Glenoak, you would think, does not want to put the winning run on first. And let's see what Blonner does here. The 3-1. Outside ball 4. And Jackson has the winning run aboard. With Ben McCollum coming to the plate. McCollum, the junior outfielder, who's already left the yard one time today. And a shot to center back in the 4th inning. Gave Jackson a 5-4 lead. Glenoak tied it in the top of the 5th. Blonner back on the move by Shandon Charles. McCullum really up in that box for the submarine pitcher that has really stifled the Jackson offense. Blonner takes off. And it hits McCullum. Jackson has first and second, 1 out now. And the winning run in scoring position with 1 down. And we'll have a pinch hitter here for Travis Fight. It'll be number 20, Tommy Life. The junior first baseman getting called off the bench here. And can Life give the Bears life and walk them off for their first win of the season? 1 out. Charles set. Blonner at second. In Charles' head yet again. Shandon Charles for Glenoak does not like it when a runner is at second base. Seems to pay more attention to that runner than the hitter. However, has not affected him when it comes to getting outs. Blonner at second gets his lead. And that's 2 moves now, back to back. Life, the tall right-handed hitter, stands into the box off the bench. The pitch. Life fouls it off down the line, bringing the count to 0-1. Oh, 1 count. Charles set. Still paying attention to Blonner. No throw, but looks him back. Blonner is the winning run for Jackson with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. McCullum means nothing. The pitch to Life. Swung on, down the left field line it goes. Hooking foul, though. 0-2 now on Tommy Life. Hit that well, just a little too early. The 0-2. Life fouls it back. staying alive in the box. Shandon Charles, who's been magnificent so far out of the pen for Glenoak, trying for one more inning and pushing this to extras. The pitch. Life swung on him, missed. Off-speed pitch got him. 2 outs now. And can Shea White be the hero? Blonner the runner at second. He's what matters. Ben McCullum the runner at first. The first baseman playing ahead of McCullum. First pitch, ball in the dirt. Blonner thought about going to third, but a great job blocking that pitch by Mengu and keeping Blonner 180 feet away instead of 90. The 1-0 coming to Shea White. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Jackson has been way early since Shandon Charles has come into this game. The submarine pitcher has really thrown the Polar Bears lineup out of sync. The 1-1. High and outside, 2-1 now to White. Should White reach without a run coming across, the lineup would flip over to the top with shortstop Calvin Casper on deck. The 2-1. Outside ball 3. If you're Shea White right now, you're looking for one pitch in one spot. Walk isn't the worst thing in the world. It just advances your runners up 90 feet and a potential to score on a pass ball or wild pitch. The 3-1 to White. Swung on and missed. And it's a full count. Runners will be off on the pitch. Blonner needs to make sure that Charles delivers home. 3-2 count. 2 out, 2 on, bottom of the 7th, tied at 5. Shea White the hitter. Runners go. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. And we're going to extras here at Jackson. We head to the 8th in the Federal League opener, tied at 5. Nothing much better than free baseball and extra inning baseball, which is what we have here at Jackson in the home opener and Federal League opener between Glenoak and the Polar Bears. Some changes. Johnny Coolidge moves to the mound for Jackson as Caden Goodwin exits. First pitch is a ball. Alex Snyder, the DH, is lifted and inserted at catcher. Garrett Wright goes from catcher to center field. And Tommy Life, who I forgot to mention last inning at first, stays in the game at first. And it is a 1-1 count now for Coolidge on Alec Moran, the junior left fielder. And that pitch runs inside and hits Moran. Leadoff man aboard for the Golden Eagles. And we will have a pinch hitter here for Glenoak. Pinch hitter will be number 12, junior Braden Broom, who's going to pinch hit for catcher Tristan Mengu. Shea White way in at third base, expecting the sacrifice bunt from Broom. Coolidge set the delivery. No bunt shown there or offered. First pitch fastball down the middle for a called strike one. Moran, the runner at first, has his lead. Cool. Fastball outside. 1-1. Johnny Coolidge, the senior, pumps that fastball at high 80s. And right now needs to control it a little bit. 2-1 count to Broom, the pinch hitter. Top of the 8th. Moran reached via hit by pitch. 2-1. Swung on, hit to Shea White. Throw to second. There's one. Throw to first. Picked out beautifully by Tommy Life. And a double play turned. 5, 4, 3. White to Faflick to Life. And just like that, 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. A great job by Shea White fielding that, getting it to Faflick at second. Faflick making the best throw he could with a runner in his face. And then Tommy Life picking that ball off the turf to complete the double play. 2 outs now. The 9-hitter, Alex Laird, steps in. First pitch up high, 1-0. The 1-0 offering from Coolidge. Down low, 2-0. The 2-0. Down low, 3-0 to the 9-hitter. And now let's see if Johnny Coolidge can come all the way back before this lineup would turn over to perhaps Glenoak's best hitter, Sam Suba. The 3-0. In there for a called strike. 3-1 now on Laird. Coolidge trying to battle all the way back. The 3-1. In there, Tapper. Shea White's going to have to come get it. Field it. Throw on to first. Got him! Shea White with 2 great plays in the top of the 8th. Sends the Bears into the bottom half of the 8th, looking to score 1 run and walk this game off. Casper, Faflick, Coolidge due up for Jackson. We'll be right back after this. Back here at Jackson High School, bottom of the 8th. Extra innings here in the home opener for the Federal League opener between visiting Glenoak and your Jackson Polar Bears. Top of the lineup due up here in the bottom of the 8th. Calvin Casper, Jack Faflick, Johnny Coolidge. Shandon Charles remains in the game for Glenoak. Has been outstanding out of that pen for the Golden Eagles. No runs since he's come in when he was inserted in the bottom of the 4th with 2 on and nobody out, escaped the jam, and since then has thrown up zeros. Let's see if Jackson can get to him now. The first pitch to Casper. Bunt shown, pulled back, ball 1, down and in to Casper, the shortstop. Casper shows bunt down the first base line, but pushes it foul. One to the junior shortstop Casper. The delivery from Charles. The pitch. Up high and outside. 2-1 count now to the leadoff hitter. Quite a classic we have on our hands after a year of absence from high school baseball. Charles winds and pitches. Outside, ball 3. Third base coach and hitting coach Ros Vukovic telling Casper 1 pitch, 1 spot here, 3-1. Leadoff man needs to be on any way possible. The pitch inside, whether it hit him or not, it's a ball, and the leadoff man is aboard. And not only the leadoff man, but perhaps the fastest player on this Jackson baseball team. Jack Faflick now the batter. Third baseman Woods, cut of the grass. Expecting a bunt. Let's see what Faflick does here. Bunts down the first base line. Throw. Gets away down the right field line. Casper advancing to third. Here's the throw. And Woods stops it. Jackson putting pressure on the fielders once again. And Glenoak unable to take the free out. Shandon Charles makes his first mistake of the night, really, throwing that ball down the right field line on the sac bunt attempt from Faflick, allowing Casper to go all the way from first to third. Senior Johnny Coolidge now steps in. 2 on, nobody out. Was intentionally walked last time in a similar situation. Let's see what Glenoak does here. And yet again, Johnny Coolidge is intentionally walked. If you're Coolidge, quite a sign of respect to be intentionally walked twice, but you have to be a little bit upset knowing you don't have a shot now to send your team home happy. Bases loaded, nobody out. And designated hitter Alex Snyder steps to the plate. Jackson trying to extend their Federal League win streak. Another game. And start off Federal League play on the right foot. Shandon Charles comes set now. The pitch. Hit into left field. That'll do it. History and the streak marches on as Alex Snyder delivers the clutch RBI base knock to give the Polar Bears a 6-5 win in the home opener. Jackson moves to 1-1, 1-0 in Federal League play. Glenoak falls to 1-2, 0-1 in Federal League play. And Jackson continues an impressive streak of now 55 consecutive Federal League wins. A streak dating all the way back to 2015, and what a classic at Jackson High School tonight. As Jackson walks it off in the 8th, 6-5. via an Alex Snyder walk-off RBI single. And these two teams will meet again in less than 22 hours tomorrow at Glenoak. Quick turnaround for another Federal League matchup. But what a classic we have here tonight. Jackson 6, Glenoak 5, the final. Don't go anywhere yet, folks. We're going to see if we can get Alex Snyder up here, the hero of tonight's game, but really an all-around great effort from the start for Jackson on the mound of senior Nate Plack to the relief appearance from Caden Goodwin. Just an absolute phenomenal job. Johnny Coolidge coming in and shutting it down. Great defensive plays all around. And the Polar Bears battle. We're up 2-0, down 4-2. Up, then tied again, and eventually walk it off here in the 8th inning for a 6-5 win to start off Federal League play 1-0 and move their overall record to 1-1. The next broadcast will be Saturday at noon against Hilliard Derby, a non-league matchup. And it should be a good one. Jackson will play Glenoak tomorrow night, Wednesday, March 31st at Glenoak High School. And we will wait to see if we are able to get Alex Snyder on here to talk about that last at bat. All right, and we were able to get two of the heroes of the game right now with the walk-off hero, Alex Snyder. Alex, first off, congrats on the first win of the year. First Federal League win of the year. What was going through your mind that last at bat?
Oh, man, I was going up to bat and facing this kid 2 times already, popping up in the right field side, and I was just like, I don't care how I have to do it. I mean, I feel a very ugly swing on it, but I was just trying to see ball and get it through and try to hit it hard, and just, yeah, I don't know.
Got it out there and
Yeah.
walk it off. Nevertheless, pretty or not, you get the win.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the resiliency. You guys are up 2-0. You guys are down 4-2. Then up and down all game. You know, first game in over a year as a high school team. What was that like, being able to show you guys can get up, then you're down, you're battling back? What's that show about your team already this season?
I think we have a real strong team, and we just have not had the experience. I mean, we didn't get to see the guys do it before us, and so we don't have that big varsity experience yet. But I think this game showed a lot of people on our team and people from around the league that we're here to stay, we're here to fight, and that, yeah, we're not going anywhere.
Awesome. A quick turnaround. You play these guys again tomorrow night. Best of luck. Great job. Congrats on the walk-off hit. And now we're going to get it to the man who came in and slammed the door shut for multiple innings, Caden Goodwin. Great job, buddy. Caden, heck of a appearance out of the bullpen. You know, you're not sure when you're going to be called out of the bullpen, but you came in, you kept this game close, all the innings you pitched. First off, what was your mentality coming out of the pen?
I got to throw strikes, let the defense work, and trust the pitches Coach Rodriguez is going to call for me. You know, just now starting to throw changeup a little bit, knowing they got some good lefties in their lineup, I had to trust it and throw it for a strike.
You definitely trusted it. How much faith do you have behind your defense? Your defense really stepped up, whether it was behind you or when Johnny came into that game. Shea White turning the double play, Tommy Life making the pick, but there was just great effort all around from everyone. Talk about the trust you have in your defense.
You know, they're doing a great job this year. Not many errors, and just being able to go out there and pitch and know you don't have to strike out everybody. They can put the ball in play and you're going to get outs is great. I mean, I give up some shots in the outfield and made great plays on a Johnny Coolidge, had a great diving play in the outfield that would have brought in a couple runs, and got to trust him.
Well, Caden, great first appearance out of the bullpen in the home opener and Federal League opener. Another quick turnaround, like I just told Alex, tomorrow. Get some rest. Best of luck, and great job today.
Thank you.
Of course. And that'll do it for tonight's broadcast. We thank you for staying with us through extras as well, and at the conclusion of this game. Jackson walks it off 6-5 to win the home opener, Federal League opener, and we will be back Saturday at noon versus Hilliard Derby. Until then, stay safe, God bless, and we'll see you when we see you.